All right, welcome. This is Salty Sergeant, and we are playing some Planet Coaster. There we go. Now it popped up. Beautiful. We are back in Cityville here. I'm not sure how much work we're actually going to do on this coaster today. I really wanted to do a quick stream because they just released the Magnificent Ride collection today, or maybe it was yesterday. I don't remember. Yeah, so we just bought that. I wanted to go through that real quick, see if there's anything of particular interest. I know the one roller coaster is of great interest to me. Come over here where there's nothing else really going on. I think that sounds like what we want to do. Hold on. Need to fix problem I'm showing right now. So we'll get rid of that. And yeah, there we go. My internet's not responding now. Okay, wonderful. Give me a second here. Trying to... We're trying to get all our chats up because one of my chats is not working. It looks like my Twitch chat is actually working today, which is kind of a surprise. It almost never is. And my Mixer chat never seems to have any issues, but my YouTube chat is having some problems right now. Hold on a moment. See if I can sort this nonsense out. Maybe. If the internet wants to actually respond to what I'm doing. Alright, this one. Yes, live now. Our chat for YouTube. Alright, pop out chat. One. Oh, that's live now. Now it's making noise at me. That's not what I want. There we go. Now I have, hopefully, a working chat for YouTube, for anybody who's watching on YouTube. Alright. Here we go. So I'm really excited about this one roller coaster, so I want to start with that because I'm a sucker for that sort of thing. Sucker for good coasters. Black Mamba. I think that's a stand-up coaster. This is new. They have done a rough recreation. This is very rough recreation of the Vekoma SLC coaster. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. We're gonna build that over here. Let's see what other ones we have. Let's see. No, that's a boomerang style. Infinity. This looks to be another roller coaster, same type. Yeah. This is still the Vekoma 2 wide trains. We'll build this guy as well. See what other new roller coasters or blueprint coasters that are new with this pack. Nope. No. No, that one's new. Probability. That is a shuttling coaster. Interesting. I see they have a banana inversion, 2 vertical loops in the center, Cobra roll. Not bad. I do like the fact that you can make a entirely too complex shuttle coaster now. I mean, I guess you could have before, but it's just, I don't know. I really like this style, though. Okay, I cannot remember exactly the company that made these guys. I know what it is, I just can't say what it... I have it stuck on the end of my tongue. Alright. Got that guy. Let's see, what other roller coasters do we have in here? Let's see. Nope. Nope. I'm really hoping to see the other new roller coaster in here somewhere. The other one's the one I'm really happy about, and they do not have a blueprint for it. Interesting. That is interesting. I was expecting them to have a blueprint of the other one, which is going to be really interesting because the it's essentially, let's see if it's in here. Because I know it's in here somewhere. I don't remember what it was called though. Vector, I think it is. This guy. Yeah, this is it. This is really interesting to me because this is actually the same type of coaster that's going in at Carowinds. Copperhead Strike. This is essentially a Mack multi-launch slash lift slash whatever you want it to be. It's very versatile. I don't think it has a shuttle, like a shuttle option. So I don't think there's a forwards-backwards option for this one. But for the most part, I wouldn't even want it for this. I'm just happy that this is essentially a Mack-style coaster that's in the game, finally. I'm very happy. Okay, so let's ride some of these other guys, because I'm quite curious. Because again, because this one... I don't know what to think about this guy. This is definitely bigger and more advanced than any of the launch coasters, or not launch coasters, but shuttle coasters that were ever built. This is nothing like any of the Vekoma SLCs that were built. This is similar to the Vekoma SLCs, but nowhere near exact. It's actually... This looks like it was built out of generic pieces, which... I have a thing against generic pieces. They never look right. And we can always make a version of this with the bonus helix, because there was a version that had a bonus helix. Forget where that was. I think that one's in New Jersey. But yeah, this is where we're going to start. We're going to start with this guy. Here we go. We're gonna ride ourselves a Vekoma SLC. The one I've ridden is the one at Darien Lake, which is actually notoriously one of the worst Vekoma SLCs in existence. We'll see. I'm sure this game makes them much more pleasant than they actually are. I'm sure they're actually smooth in this game. And yeah, this is not nearly as drastic of a drop. Normally it would drop a lot more at the beginning. And I think it actually goes underneath that track piece. Going around. But yeah, this is... Again, similar elements, but nowhere close to being a Vekoma SLC. Yeah, this is way too pleasant. This looks actually rideable. I want to make one that's actually like a Vekoma SLC, where it's going way too slow for certain elements, and it's just generally not fun. That's going to be great. But yeah, not bad, not bad. And this one also came in the pack. Or this blueprint anyways. Let's test this, and let's ride it. Still a Vekoma SLC. It's not the standard SLC model that was copy and pasted at all the other parks. Honestly, what I think would be really funny, because I know there's some... was it... I don't think it was Togo, but I know there's cheap knockoffs of the roller coaster that we just rode, or cheap Chinese knockoffs. And I would like to try to make one of those, because they're so bad. They're so bad. Why would you have barrel rolls right at the bottom, or not barrel rolls, but inline twists, I guess, right at the bottom of the first hill? Followed by a lift. This is ridiculous. Who came up with this? With a vertical drop? Yeah, no. That's not gonna happen. This one's almost so ridiculous, I feel like this is a user-created one. By someone that's not experienced with building roller coasters. So many twists. And brakes around turns. Oh no. No, that one's bad. I don't like that one. Hey Morris. Glad you could join us. Alright, and then the last roller coaster, or blueprint that came out with the Magnificent Rides collection, is this guy. Interesting, it rolls forward a little bit. Then launches backwards. Yeah, I literally just downloaded it like maybe 20 minutes ago. So I'm still going through I'm just seeing what's even in it. And I'm just going through the blueprint roller coasters that are included. We're slowing down a lot here. I almost feel like we're not going to have enough speed to finish it, but I know we will. Because it is a blueprint ride. Then we can use these little lift wheels to pull back up to the top of the hill. and then launch it backwards, I guess? Or does it free drop? I'm not sure. I'd have to look. It is interesting, though. Now, I am quite pleased to see that the, it looks like the loops actually have the proper supports on for this type of roller coaster. Okay, now we're knocking out a lot of speed here. There we go. Really slow. But yeah, I'm really happy that the vertical loops have the correct supports for this style of roller coaster. You know, that's a really long ride for being able to only run one train. The ridership on this must be really bad. Okay. But more importantly, this guy, which there is not a blueprint for this, unfortunately. I did look. At least, I mean, I'll check again. I didn't see one. I don't think there is one. This guy is essentially a Mack coaster. Finally. So so you can do multiple launches, a single launch, a lift hill and a launch, a lift hill and multiple launches. It's very versatile. It really is. Yes. I'm saying Mack. I know it's actually pronounced Mach. I think it's Mach. I just say Mack because that's how it's spelled. I'm bad at this. So with this guy, we have drive tires, LSM motors, friction brakes, magnetic brakes, block section. So if we want to do something like this real quick, does this have any, like, super unique elements? I'm not sure if it will. Weird. Okay. We got snake dives. Horseshoes. This. Okay, nope. Non-inverted. Do we have anything special in here? No. But hopefully, this roller coaster will be extremely versatile, because it is a launch. It does have a normal lift hill as well. What's it doing there? Did not tell you to do that. Why does it want to correct itself? It is very odd. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to building with this guy. We test this guy. I don't know what the I'm sure I'm gonna have problems with it at some point, based on some sort of limitation it's going to have. But all in all, I mean, I could probably just make a full roller coaster out of it, but not right now. We'll get to that eventually. This one will definitely have its place, though, probably in this park that I'm building here. This one The ride is way too long for being a shuttle coaster, in my opinion. I don't know who came up with this one. This one's weird. And this Vekoma SLC reimagining isn't awful. It could be a lot worse. I'm gonna have to try to make an actual Vekoma SLC out of this style of roller coaster, though, as I'm sure everybody will. Okay, so what do we have for rides? I know we have several new rides. Let's see. Grand Carousel. Well, I mean, it's still not super grand. I was expecting it to be a little bit bigger. Or maybe like a double-decker one, that would have been cool, but... when you compare it to the regular carousel, wherever that guy is. Well, that guy's double-decker. I guess they just wanted a slightly bigger one that was single-sized and have that one be the double-decker one. Okay, that makes sense. Not bad. Not bad, though. And you have options besides horses as well. You have little airplanes. You've got balloons. You've got these things, whatever that is. Carriages. But yeah, that's not bad. Hey, Think Battle Royale, how's it going? Glad you could join us. Okay, let's see, what other rides are there? This is a new one. Hyper Jump is a new one. That one's a smaller... I think they said it was a smaller version of this one, Ascendance? Yes. Interesting. I need more subscribers. Well, yes. I know that. Yes, that's not too bad. Okay, what other new rides are there? Let's see. Actually, let's put the Venetian Carousel back down so as a comparison here. Eagles, that's a new one. I know they actually just put one of these in over at Cedar Point like 2 years ago. One SLC is already in the workshop. There's actually an SLC recreation. Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I believe that. I would imagine that's going to be like... I thought that was going to be like the first thing someone's going to do is make an Vekoma SLC. But is it the one with the bonus helix at the end? Because there is a special SLC that had a helix at the end. You need to make that one. Yeah, we got... Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. They've got one like that as well. Wonderful. They have to play that song. Like it's the same song as what's on the like the Big Blue. I'm over that song by now from having to put Big Blue in almost every one of my parks. But yeah. Not bad though. Not bad. And what other... was that it for rides? No, there was another ride. Where is he? Power moves. This guy. And how does this guy actually work? Because I'm assuming those little cars spin. And tilt, apparently. Interesting. Interesting. They're both pretty, these two are pretty big rides. The drop tower is a lot smaller. I do like that. That'll be very, very useful for, like, tighter spaces. You can put that in pretty much anywhere. Just because of how small it is. Not unlike the actual SNS drop tower that it's replicating. We had some track rides as well, I believe. I don't think we have... No, it doesn't look like we have any blueprints for them. The one that everyone has been waiting for. This guy. So at the station, we put a drive wheel to actually power things. Looks like it actually has the cable going around it a few times, as they do in real life. That's nice. Okay, so this. How does this guy work? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. You can make it, like, super long between the arms. Can we... Okay, so that's just the straight pieces, and then for corners, we need this guy. Hmm. Wait, why is it facing that direction? Okay, it fixes itself, but still, it is a little odd. No, we need to be at 4 meters, don't we? Let's do that. Add another station over here. And then just put a wheel on the back of that. Huh. Nice. So I'm curious if they, it doesn't look like the chairs stop at all. It looks like the chairs keep moving. Just people line up and get on them, and they just keep going. And they're in sets of 3, it looks like, for the trains, I guess, is how it's working. Because as you have these 3 come in... Well, actually, does the lap bars just go up by themselves automatically? Yeah, it's a train of 3 cars at a time, so it loads up 6 people at a time and takes off 6 people at a time. But I can imagine that the how many people you can get to ride this per hour, the ridership is quite high. Just because it's always loading, always unloading, and never stopping. We can change the speed as well. Right now it's at its slowest setting at 5 miles an hour, and it can go as fast as... Nope, nope, that's not that. That's the actual ride speed. Is there a way to change that? So if we close operation, there we go. How fast can we make this thing go? We can get this thing up to 10 miles an hour. And by increasing the speed, it decreases the number of chair groups, so the number of people that can ride it at once. So we test at 10 miles an hour. Got people really booking along here now. Then when they come in, they slow down significantly. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, and I believe there's another track ride in... There's at least one more track ride, isn't there? Yeah, the tracked motion platform. This guy. See how this works. Okay, so we have track 1, track 2, and start-stop track. Just gonna make a quick... Okay, and then each piece of track, we can control the pitch, yaw, and roll. Up to 12 degrees of roll. And 12 degrees of pitch. If we do that, then each piece needs to be adjusted separately. It does not want to make it all work. It doesn't want to save your settings from one piece to the next, which could get... Which, I mean, it gives you more control, I guess, but it could get irritating if you're trying to make a longer ride. And if we autocomplete and test, so hopefully this should show the wobbling I've made it essentially create over here, made it do. Yep, now it's leaning out and back, leaning in and forwards. Interesting. Then it stops. I'm curious if you can set up how long it stops on the track there. And now it's just sitting there for the rest of the ride. Interesting. So unless you tell it otherwise, it will just maintain its current, roughly its current setup. And with this stop track, we can change how long it waits. We can make it wait for anywhere from 1 second to 60 seconds. Definitely going to be interesting in the for more of the scenery type rides. But it's not bad. I don't build very many scenery style rides like this myself. So I usually stick to just roller coasters. But it's interesting. I really should do more scenery type rides like this. Let's see. I think that's it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have the 3 roller coasters as well. Yeah. That's not bad. I have a decent collection of new rides. I am very much looking forward to building some truly ridiculous things out of this roller coaster, though. Okay, let's start getting rid of this stuff. Start clearing space. I do want to build one of these roller coasters. Play around with it a little bit, see what we can do. Actually, we're just going to delete this and recreate another one. Let's see, roller coasters. Custom, and again, that roller coaster did not have any pre-built blueprints, which is a little sad. I'm sure we'll get over it. I'm sure there'll be like a million blueprints. Well, I say a million blueprints. A few. A good bunch of blueprints to use. That's not angled, right? I guess the angle doesn't really matter, because the idea on this park was to build roller coasters and then build buildings around it, trying to make it look like it's in a city. So no matter where we put the roller coaster, I just have to build buildings around it, make it correct. But I know I did have a friend that was working on a roller coaster that was he was trying to make a multi-launch suspended roller coaster, and he was using the one suspended the launch suspended coaster. But the problem was after it has to go through 2 laps, and after the first lap, it doesn't launch the second time. So there was a lot of complications trying to make the second launch work. But with this one, now that we have a multi-launch coaster officially, not an issue. Not an issue at all. I can just throw a launch on there. Max acceleration. Everybody likes some good acceleration. If you don't, you're wrong. Alright. I know some people use the 4 meter. I usually go with 5 meters because I feel like the slightly longer pieces allow it to be a little bit, or allow it to end up being a little smoother in my opinion. I don't know. That's just me though. Oh dear, what the heck is this thing doing? It really wants to be upright. I don't feel like it should be doing that. Oh well. This way a little bit more. Deeper down. A little less of a turn. Straighten it out. Straighten it out. Okay, we need to flatten out a lot sooner than that. That is a very oddly shaped element. Alright. Get this testing. Wait, can't you? I thought you could test from building it. There it is. Okay. Actually a little tight for how fast it's going, but that's fine. We can work with that. So coming out of that inversion, we can come around here into a really low overbanked turn. Why not? I'm not sure if this roller coaster is going to be staying in this park, but yeah, I figure might as well try to build something out of it. See what we can do with it. We might need to add a little bit more banking offset for the smoothing purposes when we go ahead, when we finally go through and smooth everything. Let's give it 2 meter banking offset, which is going to look really janky. That's okay. We get it sorted out. Let's see, this is actually supposed to be like 10 degrees-ish. A little less than 90 degrees. And this is supposed to go down to 20 degrees-ish. There we go. Again, looks really janky, but will look better when it's smoothed out. And again, yeah, as I said before, we're going to have to slow this down just a little bit, because I think it's going a little fast right now. Try 50 miles an hour for a first launch. See how that looks. Because we aren't going very high, we're staying pretty low to the ground here. That actually still might be too fast. Let's go try going down to like 45, 40. And the train is not the right length. Yeah, that's not right. Okay, here we go. Let's try this. See how this works for us. That is a much more reasonable speed for the size of the inversion and the overbank turn. Okay, so we're going to start our first launch is going to be at 40 then, which isn't anything really impressive to write home about. I know that. But keeping our speed that low, we're able to make the roller coaster very low and very compact as well. Let's see. So if we come off of this overbanked turn, see if we can do like a 0G roll off of here. Which is going to look all sorts of wrong. Any different than the torque coaster? Because the trains and track are different than torque. And it doesn't have the funky overloop. But it does have one thing that the torque does not. It has a lift hill. So you don't have to use a launch on this coaster. You can also use a regular lift hill. So if we wanted to, like, instead of this, we'll go, like, do a little airtime hill here. Whatever. And into some brakes. Magnetic brakes. Like that. Lock section. And then lift hill. So I'm not sure how steep we can make this without it getting angry. I'm sure we can do like a beyond vertical drop here. This is a problem I'm having with this roller coaster, is that the track wants to correct itself halfway through it. For some reason it thinks that this is 0 degrees, and it's not. I am having some major issues with this guy. That's... Yeah, this is... I am having some issues with how the track works. Okay, it has been reported. Fantastic, so I won't have to do anything about that. You're in here. You know way more about this than I do. I literally just saw it, downloaded it, and figured it started up, see what's going on. So, for right now, we can... It's not letting us do a beyond vertical first drop. Oh, nope. But you can do a normal standard style drop on this roller coaster or the launch. And then... Let's see, what other fun stuff does this roller coaster do? Because I think this roller coaster is probably going to be the most versatile one. I say the most versatile, there's probably one that's more versatile. But the ability to do multi-launches with a lift hill. Let's say you come up here, and then do another launch. Hey Cuddle Official, glad you could join us. Ah, not what I wanted to do, stop that. We'll just bring this around for right now. But yeah, so you can have your launch, lift, and then another launch. Just because why not? Well, yeah. Yeah, once they fix the bugs. Oh yeah, it's looking extra good right now. It's super smooth. Yeah, because I know that they actually delayed this DLC because they were having some issues with bugs. I wasn't sure exactly which ride they were having the bugs with. I know they were having bug problems though. The angle of the face cam. They were having the chairlift is what they were having the most problems with. I believe that, because that is a ridiculous ride. I can imagine, because there's a lot that goes into that one. Then again, there's a lot that goes into a lot of the rides, not necessarily the flat rides, but anything that has like custom track that you can build. There's a lot that goes into it on the programming side of things. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. If that, that's saying, I would almost say I want to build something that's based on Copperhead Strike, because I'm not good at doing like actual recreations. But I would like to do something that's similar, because it does have. Let me see if I can make that work, because it has that really funky hang time moment. Let me see if I can make that work really quick in this. I don't know how well it's gonna work. if at all. Let's see, how does this thing got a twist? Thing's got a twist weirdly. Yeah. No, honestly, I'm sure that someone's going... It's like there's going to be a collection of them. I'm sure there will be. A collection of every Mach ride that's been made so far. If we spin this guy around like this... Nope, nope, nope. Curve this guy up like that. Curve him that way a bit more. Okay, this looks really ugly, but I'm sure this will work once it's smooth. Ah, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. That is what. Okay, going back to the bug problems. This is not. This is not ideal. I can't make it do things. Okay, so the inverted top hat. The inverted top hat is not quite working yet. Unless there's a way to do it that I'm not quite doing right. Which there might be. Let's try this. We'll try adding that. Yeah, it's not working. Oh, thanks, Morris, for the follow there. Appreciate it. Yeah, so we're not going to try to do the inverted top hat right now because that doesn't seem to be working. Glothoid loop? That's new. Or maybe that's not new and I just didn't realize it. It's a different shape of loop. Interesting. It is slightly more round, less teardrop shaped. Which would be accurate for Mach rides, because their loops are fairly round. Interesting. I don't think there was any other rolls that were new to this or anything. Well, except the snake dives are not on every roller. I don't think you can do those on every roller coaster, can you? I know there's only one roller coaster that actually uses that. Yeah, Planet Coaster is really cheap right now. Yes, it is the cheapest I have ever seen it. If you want to get Planet Coaster, now is the time to do it. Also, you can get the Ultimate Edition, I think it is, or whatever it is. It comes with all the DLC that's not the newest one, and it's like $30. It's a fantastic deal. There's actually a few other games that are on sale right now I've been looking at, so we'll see if those work out. Oh yeah, for sure. This is probably... I can't say this is the game I've spent the most time in, but it's one of the games I've spent almost. It's up there in my top few games, for sure. Very odd looking element. Oh. But yeah, it's nice to see that they added a more circular loop for this roller coaster instead of the normal teardrop shape. Then if we go straight from flat to that loop, it should look a little bit, yeah, it looks a little bit better if you're going from flat to the loop, then back to flat. That doesn't look bad at all. Checking your bank account, make sure you got that $10. Or 10 euros as the case may be. I think it's a little bit more than $10 US, I think, but it's not bad. Alright, so if we have a little airtime hill, a loop. Now actually, I know Copperhead Strike. Ah, they allow it. Copperhead Strike has a launch that goes over an airtime hill. And they actually allow you to do that in this game. That's actually really fun. I mean, it has a maximum degrees of 20, but still, I'm really happy with that. It's 9/11, huh? Worth doing. Definitely worth doing, in my opinion. But yeah, no, this will make Copperhead Strike actually buildable, because I was just thinking about like what other weird elements Copperhead Strike has, and it's the launched airtime hill. Ah, that's so cool. But yeah, do it. Good game. And especially with the toolkit, the Theme Maker toolkit, it's very similar to Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, where you can actually download mods. So coming over the airtime hill, and go back to normal track. What is this launching to, anyways? That's launching to 60 miles an hour. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's launch to 60. You get a lot of speed over that little airtime hill. And because we can't do the inverted top hat like Copperhead Strike has, we'll just do a nice low turn here instead. Yeah, you get all the pre-built stuff in the base game. But again, I would still recommend getting the gold version, which I think is like $20 or $30. Actually, I still have it up. Let's see. Don't mind me just going on Steam looking at things. Yeah, the full version. Oh, it's $40. Never mind. But yeah, it comes with a whole bunch of extra stuff. Yeah. That's it. I mean, it does come with a whole bunch of extra stuff, but if you just want to spend the 9/11 on it, just to try it out, and see if you want to invest in the DLC, do it. Totally worth nine euros. Yeah. But yeah, the base game comes with a bunch of the pre-built roller coasters, because you can go into the roller coasters. You have the pre-built blueprint roller coasters, or you can just go in Steam and download a whole bunch of them. As well as most of the custom coasters you can build have like the loops that are just pre-built, like that one is. Yeah, the automatic loop. Yeah, automatic loop is definitely still in the game. Still in the base game. And we can come around like here. Oh, that's fine. We'll be back in a few minutes. You're eating dinner and watching. Fantastic. What are you eating for dinner? I actually need to make dinner here soon. The wife's going to be coming home from work. Probably do something about that. Oh, it just got all weird again. I think we can actually salvage it, though. Ground beef and rice. Sounds good. Trying to think what I have even to make for dinner. I think I've got some pasta. I think that's going to end up being dinner is pasta. Gotta find some protein for that, like some meatballs or something. I think I have meatballs. Might work. Yeah, just go right into the station to get like 60 miles an hour. It's great. Okay. We gotta smooth this out because this is a bit rough, especially that overbank turn. Alright, then to the top of the turn, smooth, and then we don't smooth across the top of the turn, so we keep our angle. We're probably getting way too much airtime, ejector airtime over this hill anyways. But actually, this one's not too bad. The launched hill, I'm a little bit more concerned about how much airtime we're getting over that. Now we're going to smooth this out real nice. And the loop is just one piece, isn't it? Yeah, we're not going to touch the loop. Now, do these actually smooth out? I think they do. We do that. No, maybe not. Maybe the launched pieces don't actually smooth out. That's fine. Back with one game more in your library. Fantastic. Hopefully it's Planet Coaster. I won't judge if you left and then downloaded some other game as well. Or downloaded some other game instead of Planet Coaster. Okay, maybe I would judge a little bit. See, here I am sitting here like doing this. I'm looking at that Steam sale, thinking, oh, I've been looking to get BeamNG Drive and Automation, and there's a whole collection of games I've been looking to buy. And instead of purchasing those, I purchased this DLC that wasn't on sale. because I'm a smart person like that. Actually, I think I did just come up with a complaint about this roller coaster, though. Is I'm pretty sure we're not going to have the option of spinning trains for this. Why is it twisted that direction? Because spinning trains, because then we could essentially make Time Traveler, which would be amazing. But I feel like that's not going to be an option. It really just wants to spin the other way. There we go. Steam servers are having problems. Yeah, I believe that. They got a lot of stuff on sale right now. Okay, so just roughly smoothed here. See what we got. So we got a launch. Do a quick little loop here. No. Overbank turn. Airtime hill. A really slow loop. Actually, I guess that's not that slow. Ooh, that is really, really funky through there. This right here is really funky. There we go, that should be better. It would, yeah. It's not great. It's not ideal, I will say that. Like what do we have for our G-forces? Okay, test with a new train. Testing. Heat maps. Not a fun experience. You want a refund. Yeah, pretty much. I would imagine a lot of people would not enjoy that. I have... Hey, Mac Wright. Glad you could join us. I have played very little with the chairlift. I can pull that back out, though, because it is a really interesting one. It really is. That wasn't track rides? Yeah, chairlift. So this guy... We come over here so we have a little bit of space. So we're actually starting on the back side of the station, where we can put the drive wheel. You did not pay to get beat up on a coaster. Well, you've come to the wrong park, my friend. Yes, yeah. The ones that go over the over shoulder harnesses are always quite rough. This roller coaster actually doesn't have those. This one is lap bars only, which is really exciting. I like that. I enjoy some good lap bars. Well, actually, if you don't want to get beat up, there's always this roller coaster over here. That one's very non-violent. But this one's not going to be... is probably not going to be staying in this park. But I do want to use that style of roller coaster in this park at some point. But yeah, back to chairlift. For those that weren't in here when I showed this off the first time, you start off by building the backside. You can put in just a regular cap so that you just swing around, or you can put in the drive station. We'll put the drive in there. It's actually fairly well detailed in there too. quite happy with how well this works, or how well it looks. Then with this coming out of the station, you can just put it at a random angle. So let's just say we want this to go up like 25 degrees. Boom. And we'll have this go straight across. And you can make it much longer than that as well, or much shorter. Have it go up to 40 meters between supports. Yes, you're going to have a hard time sitting down after riding that roller coaster. And this is part of the DLC that just came out today, I believe. Yeah. Magnificent Rides. It's the only part of this game that's not on sale right now. And you could get it, and the chairlift is just something that people have been wanting to get for the game for a while. Because a lot of parks have them, so people wanted it in the game, and they actually added it in finally. Now they're on their like 6th or 7th DLC pack. Actually, so we can do that. Coming over here, so coming through here, if you want to do like a turn. So instead of just going straight, you can actually turn this as well, which looks ridiculous when it's 40 meters long. Adds gondolas. Yeah, that'd be cool. 9th DLC. Oh. I have invested way too much money in this game, I've just realized. Oh well. We have that, and let's make that max length again. Come over here and turn. There. Then we can just put our station back over here like this. And then from here, you can't put another drive station wheel on there, obviously. You already have one. You can just put a turnaround. Let's see, can we adjust the height on this? I don't think we can. Okay. You have to be really careful with how you place it, because apparently it doesn't just you can't adjust the height on the station itself. Or maybe you can. Hold on. No, that doesn't work. I will take that as a compliment that my stream is relaxing. Okay, so on here, the general way that this ride works is there are groups. You can see on the capacity here, there's groups of chairs. Each group is 3 sets of chairs. So when you start, it's like these first 3 here will be loading up. So if I test, the first 3 load up like that, and they don't stop either, because you can see this. Those ones, they go through. Then the next 3 come through and they get loaded up. Yeah, pretty close. I have a lot of seats. This one has extremely high capacity. So yeah, then again 3 at a time. And they unload 3 at a time as well. Now you can actually change how many seats you have by going to capacity. If you close the ride, you can change the speed. You can change it to 3 miles an hour, which will get you 32 groups of 3 chairs. So yeah, you're sitting at almost 100 chairs on this ride now. Or you can speed it up to 10 miles an hour. So your groups are significantly more spaced out. And you have only 14 groups of 3 chairs. So that's what, 40 chairs, roughly? And now they also move at a much more reasonable speed once they get up to speed. But yeah, the chairlift is really cool. I enjoy it. I'm not sure how much I'm going to actually use it, but it's a really cool addition to the game. It really is. Halfway downloaded? Good to hear, good to hear. But yeah, no, the chairlift is I know this is one of the main thing a lot of people were looking for in this game, and it doesn't disappoint. It's quite good. Not nearly as buggy as the Mach roller coaster, the Mach Rides roller coaster. Your first roller coaster could kill everybody. It's possible. It's possible. Which actually, another one of the roller coasters. Let me build. I think I still have enough time. I've only got about 15 minutes more I can stream here. It's a fairly short stream today. Where are you? The SLV. This guy. Quite happy this guy's in the game. This one has a lot of funky mechanics to it, so I'm not sure how it's going to actually work. So we have normal track without the center beam, track with the center beam, and track with center beam and additional supports. We did in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 is very undetailed. Yes, it is. It is not detailed at all. Oh, that's interesting. That's an update. Excitement, fear, nausea values while on a chain lift do not contribute to the final ratings for the ride. That's really interesting. That's new. Ah, yeah, Blender. And welcome, Tails the Wolf. Glad you could join us. Yeah, yeah, I haven't messed in Blender a lot. I need to do that. Oh, that's going to need to be taller than that. Add one more. And just add a generic loop to the front of this. And we have the correct style supports on the loop, which I'm really happy about. Just really happy about these loop supports. Yeah, we're going to need to make that a little bit taller over here. Modeling for games and VR chat player models. Nice. Nice. And yes, the DLC is top-notch. Would recommend. Okay. Is there an option to make this... I don't know how this is going to work, if it's going to work. Yeah, because it doesn't recognize the fact that these guys are here. It's just pushing the train forward. So if we do lapping, do like 2 laps, is that what's gonna fix it? Then it should come back through the station backwards. Nope, now it gets stuck on the front of the station. Okay, that's not right. Okay. Here we go. Reverse target speed, that's what we want. We want this to start going backwards. How do we make that happen? There must be a way to do this. I'm gonna go 60 miles an hour backwards. Go. It's gonna be glorious. It's not actually going to do that though, as much as I want it to. Which actually, hold on. If the station itself is boosting, there's actually a roller coaster. I can't pronounce the name of the this company. I'm just gonna butcher it, so I'm not gonna even try. But they made a roller coaster that was just a station on one side, and the track turned to the left, went through a vertical loop, turned to the left through the station again, and it would actually launch you back and forth through the station until it got over the loop, and then it would go over the loop like backwards, and then it would stop the ride. It was a one-off roller coaster made for like a really small park, and I don't think it was very successful. I'm not sure if it's even still operating, but I know it existed. And seeing that it allows you to launch out of the station means that could actually work. You could actually rebuild that roller coaster, which would be really fun. As long as I can figure out how to make this work correctly. Let's see. So we're on lapping. That's why we put it on standard. I think we're going to want this to be on lapping. Yeah, this style of roller coaster, there are a few of them. There are a few of them in existence. But the one where it just loops around into a loop, and that's it, there was only one made. This one particular one, there's a few of them. I'm not sure how many are still operating, because they are pretty old. I think there's... I think there is. There probably isn't. But I feel like there's still at least one operating in the U.S. They're very few stateside. Two minutes left. Fantastic. Good to hear. So if this is all maxed out, how does that change this? Okay, it's still on standard though. Let's change it to lapping. Yeah, because this roller coaster has a whole lot of new mechanics, it looks like, which is really interesting. Quite happy with that. Nope. Well, it has to go... Let's try 3 laps, so it should go through the station backwards, then through once forward. Nope. That doesn't work. That's not right at all. Okay. So the station has the ability to launch backwards. Like the reverse target speed and reverse acceleration and whatnot. So it has the ability to do it. But I don't know how to make it work. I'm going to have to build, because there's a blueprint version, I'm going to have to build the blueprint one. Okay, is it just going to stop in the station now? Or is it going to continue backwards? And then it just sits in the station. Okay, there's more to this. I'm going to have to play around with this. Might be what I'm doing tomorrow when playing. Just trying to figure out, because I'm pretty happy with how the Mach Coaster works. Oh, it just popped up that your that Cuddle Official is now playing Planet Coaster. Congratulations. But yeah, the Mach Coaster is much from what my experience building this one, it's much easier to build, minus the glitch that doesn't let you build loops correctly. This one has a lot of stuff you can do with it. I'm just not sure how to do it. So if we do that, how does that change things? Just gotta sit here and play with the settings, try to figure out what setting does what. So if we take these guys, what settings are on these drive wheels? Just target speed and acceleration rate. Okay. Drive tires push the coaster backwards on first entry and forwards on the second. Okay. Interesting. you gotta give it a minute to load. It is gonna take a few minutes. I don't remember how long it takes to load up the first time. Because I know Roller Coaster Tycoon, that was always an issue. The first time you start up Roller Coaster Tycoon, it took like 15 minutes to load the game. It was all like loading for the first time, and it's like, really? I have to sit here for 15 minutes because you're loading for the first time? Okay. And it still wants to stop the train coming back in. It loaded. Fantastic. Great to hear. Still feel like I'm just missing something with this thing. Do we also have a launch delay? I don't want a launch delay. Well, that's on that, so if we give like 1 second launch delay for that, let's say our target speed is 45-ish. Yeah, pretty much. You gotta essentially create yourself and plop yourself down on a map. Very strange. Alright, so how... There has to be some rhyme or reason to how this station works. Let me build the other one. Hold on, let's see. There's actually a blueprint for a shuttle coaster. Where is it? There you are. Let's look at the settings this one has. This one even has like a little launch in front of it, so I'm not sure if that's like showing that it can't do what I'm really trying to do here, which is possible. Let's see. So operations were shuttle launched. Okay, that's not an option I had for this one. I've got lapping, block sections, and standard. How do I make my operation shuttle launched? Or do I need to change that to shuttle booster as well? Okay, yeah, you have to add a shuttle booster section to the front and back of the station for it to count as a shuttle coaster. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Now we're going to launch this thing and it's going to go flying off the top of the track. Just wait. So it goes forward. Then it launches backwards. Okay. This is working the way we want it to. Oh, dear. Oh, that's not what we wanted to happen. Whew. Okay, this one has just plain track on top. That's what we actually want. We don't. Okay, that's not what we wanted to do at all. Let's take out that. Let's put like standard track. And let's change how strong this launch is. We don't want it to be like going reverse at 60 miles an hour. Let's start 20. Or better yet, 15. We'll try 15 first. I don't need this thing launching off the top of the track to kill everybody. Which, although it's funny, I don't need that in my life. Okay, let's try this again. So it goes forward, stops for a second, it looks like. Then we go backwards. And it still launches off the top. So let's change that a little bit. Let's add like just like the tiniest got like 4 meters right on top there. We're gonna have to add like 4 meters up here too, because it's still gonna find a way to launch off the top of this stupid tower. No, you can put LA or Germany, whatever. That's fine. I know. When I first did mine, it was actually in Guam. That's where I was. I was actually supposed to be in Guam. Why does it just stop at the station? Well, that's not right at all. was this guy set up? Okay. Yeah, I was originally supposed to be in Guam. Right when North Korea was really interested in nuking the place. Yeah, that was interesting. It's not. I was happy to go to Guam because that's why I joined the military to begin with, was to go to Guam. Well, to travel really. Where Guam is, it's like 500 miles south of Japan, in the middle of nowhere. Like in the middle of the ocean, just nothing is around it for hundreds of miles. On this island that's like 30 miles wide. That's it. Tiny island in the middle of nowhere. I was supposed to be there, and I was going to be there for 4 years. But I gained a disability, and the Air Force kicked me out. They decided I wasn't good enough for them, so no Guam for me. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, if you look it up on a map, you're like, what is that, and why is it even there, kind of thing with Guam. No, it's not quite EA. No, it does show up in the game, though, on the very bottom of every list. I think there's an option to hide it, though, if I remember correctly. Okay, this is the saddest, most depressing shuttle coaster I've ever seen. It doesn't even go through the loop, it just goes up the hill and stops in the station. Oh, there we go. That's probably gonna fix the problem. Let's do that. No, EA is really bad at that, though. I've pretty much just stopped playing EA games. Ah, that's better. Now is it going to launch off the top of this spire? Yeah. Just barely. Just enough for the front train and the front car popped off the tracks. Okay, that didn't work. Let's like add. You go here and add like 2 meters. That's it. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, pretty much. Actually, I'm not even sure if I bothered changing it to Ohio, where I currently am. I think I may still have it in Guam. Okay, so after much experimenting, it looks like we have a shuttle coaster that actually works. Then it goes up there, and then it should stop in the station. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. We have a functioning shuttle coaster. I'm quite pleased with this. Yeah, this roller coaster has a lot of different features, or a lot of different options to play around with. It really does. Female best friend is like somewhere at Mount Everest. But she'd go to Germany. Some people just want to be at Mount Everest, you know? Who are you to judge them? Okay, so we do have a launched shuttle coaster now. Now, I do feel like this roller coaster is going to have a lot of customizability when it comes to like because you can do like smaller compact coasters like this. They don't take up a lot of space, and when doing something like this, you can really play around with scenery in more interesting ways that you can't with most roller coasters. Oh, actually, sounds like the wife just got home, so I got to get going and make some dinner. So, thanks guys for stopping in. Lots of people go to the water or in Antarctica. Yeah, pretty much. So why not? But yeah, thanks guys for stopping in. Cuddle Official, I hope you have fun. I hope you have fun with Planet Coaster. Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk again about that. I'll be on again tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully everybody enjoyed seeing the new DLC that just came out today. All right, so I will. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. If you're watching on Twitch, please remember to follow. If you're watching on Mixer, follow YouTube. Subscribe. I think I got all the terms correct. So yeah, thanks for stopping in, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.